Sunday, work on own car day. Doesn't mean it has to be almost completely pointless. I'm actually going to do a good job, I hope. You can live there until tomorrow. And Nigel, you come with me. Nigel has developed a scratchy kind of sound everywhere. And I am 95% sure I know exactly what it is. And I'm about 40% sure I'll have it fixed today. I believe that sound to be the bearings on the water pump. And I have a water pump. Rather stupidly though, the reason I do have a water pump is because I bought a cambelt kit a couple of months back and I didn't fit water pump. And do you know why? Because I spun it and it sounded absolutely spot on. There was no movement or anything. So my presumption was it didn't need doing. And it was near the end of the day and I just wanted to get finished off. And I didn't really want to be faffing around pulling even more bits off. But now I've given myself another job, haven't I? That's what the problem is. So I'm going to try and be a bit more prepared today. Down there I have my carpet. There I have the car. And then over there I have my trolley full of tools. Sure, I need all of this though. Obviously the socket set, useful. Buzz gun. Manifold, kind of a bit redundant here because I don't need it. No need for a stereo. And unless I get really annoyed, these don't need to be there either. Let's start with fixing the trolley jack because the wheels come loose, and possibly putting Tony and the Bandit on. That's better. That's better. That's better. That's better. That's better.
Tony and the Bandit.
That's better.
That's
better. Basically, what I've got to do here is support the engine, take off the engine mounts, take off that cover, take the cam belt off, and then see if I can get down there with my hand to remove the old water pump and then put the new one in. I'm hoping for a rather boring and uneventful video that doesn't last that long. Well, at least today started off with a little bit of inventiveness. You see, I've made myself a cup of tea. I thought I'll stick it on the trolley, but it's got holes everywhere and I could easily just spill tea down onto my tools. But that is the supporting part of the jack, which I don't need because the car's too low down, and it makes a perfect coaster for a trolley. That can be moved out of the way like that, very easy. True to form then, one bolt off, and I need my 18mm socket and I can't find it. I've been looking around for 10 minutes now. There's no point taking pictures of the car, is there? I need to fix it. What could I have done with it? This is ridiculous. It's the only 18mm socket I have as well. And obviously a 19 will just slip off, so I'm not going to do that. One cup of tea, one bolt off. Is that the ratio? I'm going to need about 24 cups of tea to get this job done. So I'm going to be here until 1 o'clock in the morning, unless I find this 18mm socket. So I've got an idea where it might be. I've got an idea that it might be somewhere it shouldn't be. Finally found a smaller 18mm, but that meant I needed an extension or an adapter, which took me about 20 minutes to find. And now, the time, normally I'd be going home in about 45 minutes. When I did these up recently, I gave it an extra shove because I could hear some rattling going on, and now I regret that. There's quite a bit of flex on the bar as I was pushing it, and I just thought something's going to snap there, so I'm still stuck. What am I going to do now? We'll try the hammer method, I suppose. Yep, the hammer method. Just keep tapping it until eventually something gives in. What will give in first? The socket or my motivation? Well, that's a triumph over my own tools. My own ingenuity beating the fact I haven't got the right tools with a simple piece of paper wedged onto the top of the socket, try and fill in the gap, I lean on the breaker bar and it's undone. Excellent, because it wasn't going to work otherwise, we're going to slip. There's the cam lock tool in place, and the next thing I'm going to do is take the battery off, which of course may seem completely unnecessary, but it's just to minimise the risk of me accidentally turning the key while the cam belt's off. It's just a safeguard for my own stupidity. I don't mind admitting that it's the kind of stupid thing that I would possibly do more than once. Taking the bottom pulley off, and the bottom sprocket thing seems to be a bit on the wobbly side. Wobbly wobbly, wobbly wobbly, wobbly wob, wobbly wobbly wob, wobbly wobbly, wobbly wob, wobbly wobbly wob. Yeah, I'm happy about that. Well, there was only just enough time to pull all that lot apart. Definitely not enough to put it back together again with having a few little issues. And that 18mm socket, I found it. It was in my socket set in the wrong place. So I just couldn't see it. I was looking everywhere except for the right place. It was only when I needed a 22mm socket and I picked that up and I realised that that wasn't 22. 18. It's always the point. If you want to find something, look for something else.